Many Nintendo and Metroid fans definitely have something to celebrate with the reveal of Metroid Dread. Scheduled to release this October worldwide, many gamers are excited about playing a completely brand new 2D Metroid game, me included. Now, when it comes to actually picking the game up in Japan, gamers have quite a few choices as a whopping 6 versions of the game will be available to purchase here. Now, why are there so many different versions? That's what we're here to break down for you today. Danny from the Famicast here, now celebrating 10 years of being on the internet. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. Sound off in the comments below, and we may read your comment out on our bi-weekly show called the Famicast. Today, though, we're taking a look at why there are 6 different Metroid Dread SKUs here in Japan. Now, just to kind of start things off here, let's break down everything that is actually going to be available, just so you can have a clear picture of what is going on here. So, looking at the My Nintendo Online digital storefront, you can see all of the different SKUs here that are going to be available. So first up, you have the digital version, then you have the physical version of the game, and then you have the special edition. Now, I think that's pretty self-explanatory, so we got 3 there. Then, we also have a standard physical version of the game with a download code and no cart. Then we also have the collector's edition, the special edition of the game with no cart, but again with a download code. Now finally, we have a SKU that is just all of the goodies from the collector's edition. I mean, this includes, the physical case of the game with no cart, the Metroid art book, the Metroid art cards, the steelbook game case, and of course the outer box to house all of this stuff. Now, if you don't frequent the Japanese My Nintendo Online store, you're probably not aware of this, but Nintendo almost always offers a similar way of purchasing titles here in Japan, especially for Nintendo-published games. Now, of course, like I said before, the digital version by itself is obviously always an option here, either via the eShop directly or via this My Nintendo store website, which you can visit on, browsers and stuff like that. Now, not only this, but the physical edition with a card or without a card, like a game card, is always on the table here. Now, I think this is to appeal to collectors or people who would prefer to have their games on their systems, but still want something physical here, so there's always that. Now, as for these collector's editions, it isn't always available in this way, where you can just pick up just the extra goodies here. But Nintendo sometimes does opt to sell items like this without the game, which is exactly what they're doing here in the very last case of this. Now, the other most recent collector's edition, the most recent Nintendo collector's edition that was released here in Japan for Famicom Detective Club, that was only sold with the games themselves. You couldn't buy that with just the goodies in there. So yeah, I think this is kind of interesting. Now, not only that, but sometimes Nintendo will even go as far as to sell just boxes for like Nintendo Switch consoles and stuff like that. Back a few years ago, when they started selling the Splatoon 2 console variant with the different colored Joy-Con, I actually picked up this literal empty box from Nintendo for roughly 500 yen plus shipping. I mean, for some people, maybe seem kind of stupid, but, I think it's kind of cool, so it was kind of neat that they had that option. There have been several other consoles and stuff like that that have had that. I think the Smash Bros. One, maybe some Pokemon-related stuff where you can just buy the box. But yeah, there's always that type of stuff happening on this storefront. Now, I hope this kind of helps clear up the mystery behind the ridiculous amount of SKUs or versions for Metroid Dread here in Japan. But let's turn things over to you guys. Now, if you had the option, would you buy games with a physical package and a download code? Also, are you picking up Metroid Dread? Are you planning on getting the special edition? I've got mine pre-ordered. I also got the Amiibo pre-ordered here too, so I'll be doing a video on that when they come out. At any rate, be sure to sound off in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Now, as always, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you like what you see, please feel free to drop this video a like. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe. We've got tons of podcasts, video reviews, special looks at Japanese news and games and stuff like this, and a whole lot more. Again, this is Danny from the Famicast. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.